And then the last one, because I know we got to get out of here soon, is going to be the need for positive reinforcement and encouragement, also known as coddling. And I know this is controversial, but do you guys remember anybody who played t-ball maybe as a child? And when you lost, what'd you do? What'd you get? You got to come back next year, right? You lost, you came back next year and tried again. You tried harder next year. Not millennials. Not millennials. When millennials didn't win the game, they still got a trophy and a certificate and a dinner. A for effort. So that's why you'll get students that are like, but I tried. Tried? Like, I can't grade your intentions in your head. I have to grade what actually happened. So again, we have this dichotomous situation where students feel like, but my whole life, when I tried, I was rewarded. You don't get an A. You don't get rewarded for not achieving.
Some time ago, I was at the dollar store looking for smiley faces and frowny faces, and this was all actually for my boss because I was trying to encourage him to schedule me in the way I wanted to be scheduled. I had a variable schedule, and I wanted to show him that I don't like being scheduled this hour. I want to be scheduled this hour. No, he was, we had a good relationship. So I thought I'd find smiley faces and frowny faces. Do you know there are no frowny faces? Are you serious?
Wow, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Because our generation used them all up.
Yeah.
So depressed, so messed up.
My dad was telling me that he played t-ball as a kid, and when you didn't win that year, there was no banquet award for you. You didn't get a trophy for most improved. So now if anybody has children, sometimes they don't even keep score. Or they will literally say there is no winner, everybody's a winner. Well, so when students get to college, that becomes tough when they're like, hey, everybody's always a winner, and you're like, that is not true in life. In life, that's not real.
Did you hear about I think it may be upstate New York, the situation where a school told the parents that we're going to give you the report cards that accurately reflect what your kids have earned, but we're going to send you, if you want, an alternative report card that will make the child feel good about themselves, so they don't get the actual. So if C's not going to make them feel good, let's give them the B or give them an A. And so, but the parents will have the actual report card. They deal with the bad news, right? but not. So did you hear about this?
I did. Again, I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
We have gone over that.
I think it was done up in Long Island. It was with
Long Island.
a Hasidic school, a Jewish school.
That's right.
That they
That's
were doing
right.
this with. But I did hear about it. And it was a big. What do you feel
That's right.
about this? But yeah, they did do that. And there are schools that do that in smaller ways. For example, in a lot of the elementary schools that I get to go around or hear my children engaging within counties, they'll give you the stars. For no matter what, the fact that you attempted to do some of the work in the first grade. I know a lot of it is in the K4, K5, first and second grade. You'll see that everyone gets a star, and you may get 1 or 2 stars or 3 stars for the level of attempts you made, but you get a star. You don't get anything that says your attempts was not valued. So they start that early.
And so students come here, and it is tough for us because that's not realistic, and that's not our grading system. We don't give out. You got a red light today. I don't know if anybody has children now. You get green, yellow, and red lights for the day. So, and red is not bad. Red means that we need to take some time and think about our actions for the day. That's all it means. So we don't do that at the collegiate level. And so some students are really faced with the harsh reality of your actions result in a grade, and that is a reflection of your success in the class. And I can't talk to your mom. Because some of them will well, I've had a mom send me an Excel spreadsheet of all of her child's accomplishments throughout from 0 to 18. In support of why this C was not appropriate. I don't care that your child did Girl Scout and sold the most cookies at 5. But nonetheless, again, look at how our children are being raised, and then we have to deal with that here. So this is a harsh reality for them. Not saying that we need to coddle them, but there are some steps that we can take in order to be as accommodating for this deficit that this group has. So some things like smiling, being polite. A lot of students come here and are looking for validation that they are welcome and wanted and should be here. And so, not saying you need to give out hugs, but being open and engaging the students. If students have questions for you, and sometimes they're afraid to ask them in class, like office hours are important, even though sometimes it stinks that we have to stay and just sit in our office, look at the walls, and it really is important for students to know that you are open and engaging to them and make them feel good about their progress in the sense of this is working, this is not working. Here are some steps you can take to get to where you are trying to go to. So it is coddling on a smaller scale, but Howard University and most HBCUs are really known for the family environment. You're not a number here. You are a person, you are valued, you can succeed at a university that wants you to succeed. So some people, that's enough for them to get the coddling that they need and to grow up. Yes, ma'am. Then we're going to stop.
It's developing that balance because like in the law school, we got 3 years before we send them out to the mean, cruel world where you make a mistake and they will fire you.
Right.
So this coddle, we're not sending them to a coddling environment.
No.
So that's the question is our role to prepare them for this reality?
Yes.
I mean, because then that means I can't spend a lot of time coddling you and making you feel good because the partner's not going to do that for you.
No, and you're absolutely right. Your goal is not to create somebody or create a professional that is not prepared. But for example, shaming is not something that this group does well with. So pointing them out in the middle of the class and saying, this person never turns in anything, and I mean, you're not going to top law firm. See ya. Like in that environment, and it happens. Things like that happen. Yeah, but that isn't for that can be very harsh for this group in particular. That's hard. I mean, anybody would feel kind of, defeated. Right, but it happens, and it for this group in particular, shaming is the wrong way to encourage them. And we all want we're not here for nothing. We want our students to do well. I am going to stop right here because I'm just going to reiterate the 4 characteristics, and then we have 30 minutes to talk openly and have some more discussion. So our need for structure, short attention spans, need for constant stimulation, and then the need for positive reinforcement and encouragement, all while making sure to keep in mind who you're sending your students